All right, Burgundy Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up. I'm bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing, it's absolutely free. It won't cost you one penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it. Commanders Nation, this is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy, T-May, back in the building for another episode of Commanders Talk. Commander minicamp is over. Next stop, training camp. Then the preseason. Oh man, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for it, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so listen, who are the winners and losers of the minicamp? Commanders minicamp. First up, let's talk about the winners. We got to go start off with the positive. Let's talk about the winners right now. Wide receiver, Luke McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey balled out during his minicamp and the OTAs. You know, he know that this is his time to shine. That's what it looks like to me. They drafted a wide receiver. They bought us some guys. And Luke McCaffrey is like, hey, hold on. What about me? What about me? I can get it done. And he's showing he can get it done. You know, we already know that Luke is a good wide receiver. He runs clean routes. His work ethic is nice. He has hands. I can't stop with the positives on Luke, but he just, for some reason, he just don't get the looks from Jaden Daniels, the targets. They don't have the trust in him. I've talked about that before. He don't have the trust in Jaden Daniels or Cliff Kingsbury. So, but right now, it's showing that Luke has gained some trust in Jaden because for what I heard from the minicamp, Luke McCaffrey was one of Jaden Daniels' favorite targets. So it's starting to turn for him. It's turning slowly but surely for him. The best thing Luke can do is go out and have a hell of a training camp and a hell of a preseason. That would pretty much lock him down for the number 3 wide receiver spot right there. So listen, he's out for that spot, and he's up right now. He's climbing. He's climbing the depth charts, man. Luke McCaffrey, shout out to him. Next, we have Mikey Sanderstill, man. Now, this guy right here, Mikey, we already know what Mikey can do. We already know. We've seen him play inside. We've seen him play outside. We've seen him have those interceptions and against the Lions in the playoffs. Man, Mikey can ball, hands down, no question about it. But this guy is still out there showing and proving himself every day at the minicamp. He had a nice interception from on Jaden Daniels. It was a pass he was throwing to Debo. Mikey Sanderstill had a nice play on that ball, man. So listen, he's definitely one of the winners from minicamp. But let's take a minute just to talk about the DB room, man. The defensive back room right now. Look what we got out there. We came a long way from just last season. Listen, Lattimore is looking healthy. Trey Amos is balling out there. He looks like a legitimate CB1. You got Mikey at that nickel spot. He's balling out. Quan Martin, they say he's more vocal. He's out there and he's making plays. He had a hell of a mini camp as well. And then we got the X Factor. My guy, Tyler Owens. That strong safety spot. They re-signed Jeremy Reeves for another 1-year deal. Man, listen, this defensive back room is nice. I love this. It could be possibly one of the strongest position groups on our squad right now. I'm thinking the O-line is going to be up high, and I think the defensive backfield is going to be ranked high as far as depth and one of the best position groups on the Commanders. I love what they did with this defensive back. I love it, man. So we got another guy that they actually kind of balled out in minicamp. This was an under-the-radar type dude. I had no idea. I forgot this guy was even on the squad until you start seeing his name pop up at the minicamp. Wide receiver, Chris Moore. I didn't even think he had a chance to make the squad. I forgot all about this guy. But he's out there trying to make this final 53. And right now, it's looking like he has the eyes of the coaching staff. Jaden Daniels is actually throwing him and feeding him the ball. He had a nice catch deep in the back of the end zone over Trey Amos. Jaden Daniels found him in that deep corner. Watch out for this guy. You know, he has a possibility of really making his team and making some noise, especially if Noah Brown is out. And I put a big emphasis on if. We don't know yet, and I'm hoping he's not. But if Noah Brown is out, then this guy can sneak in there, Chris Moore, and actually can take over one of those wide receiver spots. So shout out to him, man. Next, we have strong safety, Tyler Owens. X Factor, man. That's my X Factor. Joe Witt has Tyler Owens playing at strong safety. He got him playing at Buffalo nickel. He got him lining up at linebacker. Man, this is my guy, man. I'm telling you, he's going to have a bigger role on the squad this year. They're going to find a way to get him on the field and keep him on the field because he's big and he's fast. Just in case you forgot, he's 6'2", 215 pounds at strong safety. He runs a 4.4 40, man. That's great speed for a guy his size, and he can bring that wood. So he don't mind hitting you out there too. So they know what they have in this guy. They know. And that's why they really didn't, spend too much money at the safety spot. They brought in Will Harris, sure. Now Will Harris is a nice, strong safety. He can bring that wood too. But listen, one of these guys is going to be playing more of the Buffalo nickel role, and one of these guys are going to be playing the strong safety role. And I'm hoping Tyler Owens is that guy, strong safety. I hope he starts. I really do, man. That's my X factor, man. Get that man out there on the field. So a few more winners from minicamp. We got free safety Quan Martin. I mentioned his name before. He's balling out. Left tackle Lermy Tunsil. We traded for him, and it's looked like it's paying off, man. This guy's out there showing he's teaching our young rookie right tackle, Josh Conley Jr. He's teaching them. He's showing the work ethic, man. And look, Lermy is a straight up pro, top 5 left tackle in the game. And you can see why out there at that mini camp. Another guy that's having a great mini camp, or had a great mini camp, is cornerback Trey Amos. He was all over the field. He was batting down balls. He had an interception. He looked great for a rookie. Now, of course, he's a rookie, so we'll see how he do out there preseason and the regular season. But people already calling him CB1. CB1, they even put him over Lattimore. So I know that's going to motivate Lattimore just right there. Just hearing that chatter, that's going to motivate him. It's going to make the defensive back room even better. So that's great, man. Another guy that's showing out, linebacker Jordan McGee. That's the guy, man. And they already saying, Joe Witt and Coach Q already saying that they're going to get this man on the field. They got some packages for him. They had packages for him last season, but he got hurt. So they want that guy out there more with Lou Vu and B. Wagner, man. So they want to run more 3 linebacker sets. And they showing you already see that this guy can do it. Also, they're grooming him to take over for Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's on another 1-year deal. Another 1-year deal. So listen, if Bobby Wagner decides to retire, he might even come back for another year after this one. And Bobby Wagner is still putting up numbers. He can still get you 100+ tackles. But to have Jordan McGee behind Bobby Wagner, learning from this guy, a future Hall of Famer, sky's the limit for Jordan McGee, man. Shout out to him. I hope he actually plays well this season, man, and be injury-free. I'm looking forward to seeing him ball. And I mentioned a little earlier, Josh Conley Jr., right tackle. He had a hell of a mini camp, man. First-round pick. He was out there showing the footwork, the quickness, the strength. And that's what you want to see in your old lineman. The pulling, downfield blocks, that kind of stuff. He's fast. He's quick. Listen, the guy's a rookie, sure. But he's learning behind Lermy Tunsil, man, one of the best in the league. So I have all the faith in the world in Josh Conley. Day one, I think he should be out there learning his lesson. Throw him to the wolves, feet to the fire, sink or swim. He should be starting day one. He should be. So another guy right here that actually balled out in minicamp, and I'm so happy to hear this. Deron Payne. Payne has been a monster out there. And I think he's going to have a monster season. And the reason why is because the Commanders signed a bunch of D tackles that can pretty much be space eaters in the interior of the O-line, which is going to free up Deron Payne. He won't have to worry about the double teams like he had last season. Now, he had a down year. Yeah, and the main reason is because he was getting double most of the time. So when you put the other dudes out there, Javon Kinlaw and some of the other cats they signed, they're going to be the space eaters and that kind of stuff. Deron Payne should be able to get those sacks. So I'm expecting a double-digit sack year from Deron Payne this year. I think D Payne can get it done, and he looked good out there. He's more vocal. They challenged him to be more vocal out there on the field, and he's doing it. He's talking to dudes. He getting dudes in position. I love this from Payne. His big brother's gone, John Allen, so it's time for Payne to step up. Okay, so now we got to talk about the losers of minicamp. And I have a few names, and these names probably won't surprise you at all. Offensive guard Nick Allegretti. Now, it's not that he was bad out there. He didn't play bad. He played pretty well out there in minicamp. But the problem is other guards played better. And the one guard that played much better was Brandon Coleman. Now, Brandon Coleman could have easily been on my winners of the list, but I left him off just for the fact that I want him to be that under-radar guy. I want him to sneak up on us, and you'll see what he's going to do at that guard spot. He's going to be a monster. I think he's going to be playing at a Pro Bowl level at that left guard. Now, we heard Coach Quinn. He already said that Brandon Coleman is going to be moving inside and targeting that left guard spot. So that's going to leave Allegretti and Wiley to battle, and Herbig. Don't forget about Nick Herbig, man. That's gonna allow them three dudes to battle for that right guard spot until Cosme comes back. And once Cosme comes back, I think Wiley was gonna be here to stay because he can play multiple positions. He can play both tackle spots. He can play both guard spots. And I think Allegretti is going to be here to stay too. And Nate Herbig, them three dudes, Nate Herbig and Wiley Allegretti is gonna be your backup offensive lineman, no doubt about it. But listen, shout out to Allegretti, man. Like I said, it's not that he's playing bad out there. It's just that we have other guys that are playing much better. And Coleman, he's bigger, faster, stronger, younger. That's all you need to know. Another guy that's another loser out there, and it's not his fault, but kind of is a little, wide receiver Michael Gallup. He's been away from football for a while. So listen, I kind of expect him to start off slow. Right, but I didn't expect him to look this bad out there. You know, he looks sluggish. His route running is not that crisp, and I heard he had a couple drops. So it might take him a little bit longer to get himself together out there in that field. But for right now, he don't have a whole lot of time to get himself together because you got guys like McCaffrey, you got the rookie Jalen Lane, you got guys like that who are really stepping in there and really stepping up. So Michael Gallup, man, he might get cut sooner rather than later, man. But, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Another guy, one of the losers out there, and it's not even his fault as well, man. Noah Brown, carted off the field on day 2. Just day 2 of minicamp. Man, Noah Brown can't afford to miss any time because that wide receiver room is kind of stacked in a sense, right? You know, the first two dudes, Scary Terry and Debo. That third spot is wide open. I kind of had Noah Brown starting a little bit, but then I kind of switched that to Jalen Lane. But at the same time, if Noah Brown, because last season, Jaden Daniels loved Noah Brown. He would get Noah Brown some touches, man. He would feed him the ball, and Noah Brown made some catches. He had some drops too, but all in all, he would have some catches. So the fact that he just got carted off, and we still right now to this day, we don't know the status of his condition. We don't know if he's just week to week, month to month, or out for the season. We have no idea. They haven't come out and said anything yet. So for right now, I'm just gonna put him on one of the losers just because he got hurt, man. It's a sad thing to see, but it's football. It's like one of those situations where okay, it is what it is. Next man up. So right now I got 3 dudes that's battling for that number 3 wide receiver spot. Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, and Chris Moore. Chris Moore might be he's the underdog, but he might end up surprising us taking that spot. We'll see, man. But if Brown is out, that's a big word. If Brown is out, that's a key word right there. I still think the Commanders going to sign a veteran, to fill that void. A guy, and you saw, if you haven't watched my last video of replacements for Noah Brown, I suggest you watch that episode, man. I got some guys on there that I think the Commanders will be totally interested in. And it's a guy right here, Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper. One of them 2 dudes can easily fit in nicely with the Commanders. Keenan Allen, he's a veteran, man. He's a little on the older side. He's 33. But the dude can put up some catches, man. I think he had 70 receptions last year for 700 plus yards. That for a number 3 wide receiver? Come on, that's a hell of a season for the Commanders, and Jaden Daniels will love this guy. So I still think the Commanders will make a move for a veteran if Noah Brown is hurt. So we'll see what happens with that, man. So, all right, Nation, let's end this episode, man. I appreciate y'all chiming in. If you could, man, get in that comment section and let me know, are you excited about any of these winners from the mini camp? Are you excited to see these guys in training camp or not? I'm excited to see some of these guys out there. I'm curious to see what Chris Moore can do. I haven't watched much of him. I haven't heard much about him, but I heard he was out there balling. So anyway, man, if you could, man, please bang the like button, bang the notification bell. Please subscribe. This channel needs your support. And if you can, man, please donate to the machine. If you make it to end this episode, I owe you a drink, baby. Salute.